Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. Take a deep breath. We're going deep. And it's absolutely devastating. It's heartbreaking. It's frustrating. But we're going to talk about Travis Decker, Whitney Decker, Evelyn, Peyton, and Olivia. This family has been reduced from 5 members to just 2 adults because 3 daughters were found deceased. The father is on the run. The mother, Whitney, let me tell you a little bit about Whitney. Whitney met Travis, and he was already in the service. He was having mental issues a little bit here and there, and she was helping him. They had their first child. Things got a little worse, and their first child was Peyton. And then they got a divorce, and Whitney had 2 jobs, was going to school full time, had her 3 beautiful daughters in dance class and sports such as soccer. They're 9, 8, and 5. Olivia at 5, Evelyn at 8, and Peyton at 9. Travis, in the last year, the reports are showing from all over, went downhill, severely downhill mentally. Had a serious mental crisis to the point he became homeless. He wasn't showing up for his military duty. He's in the process of being excommunicated or whatever you want to call that. I have no idea. But he didn't fulfill, even though I've heard that he's a sergeant. His extensive military training. His own father has said since the time that he was a child, he would go off in the woods and live off grid for even months at a time. So he's very well versed in the wilderness. So as I said, Travis didn't have a place to live anymore. He wasn't fulfilling his obligations with his carpenters union. He wasn't always showing up for work. Things were falling apart. Now you're going to hear through the mother using her lawyer to speak for her, but Travis knew he was going downhill. Travis knew he needed help. Travis reached out to the VA. He reached out for help in all kinds of ways, but nobody answered his call. Now, I'm not saying that gives him any right at all to do what he did, because it's horrific and unforgivable and unforgettable, because the daughters are no more. So this past time frame, it was Friday, May 30th, that Travis was to have what I understand to be just a couple-hour visit, just 2 hours, from 5 to 7. And when he didn't show back up, and it's a visitation. Let me back up a little bit. So after the divorce, at first he could have the children, the 3 girls, on overnight visits and everything. But then he lost his housing, and Whitney found out that Travis was actually living in the homeless shelters at night, and that the girls were sleeping on the floor. And so she contacted the courts with her lawyer, and it was deemed and awarded that Travis could no longer have overnight visits with the girls. But at that time, nobody seems to be picking up on the mental crisis signals all around Travis. The not showing up for work at times, the dropping out, not showing up for the military requirements, not doing his union meetings, and so forth. being homeless. And then, from what I'm gathering, something occurred where Travis incurred tickets or debts, a brush with the law with his vehicle back at the beginning part of May. So it was like everything is just coming to a head. And indeed, this is a train that is barreling down that track, full speed ahead, and no one is adding up all these little takes of what kind of pressure that this man is under. I say that because he served our country. I'm sorry if my dogs are upsetting your animals. Boys, come here. FedEx just drove by, and I'm telling you now, my animals won't shut up if there's a FedEx guy. It has something to do with their truck, I guess. So, I'm going to keep going because it's alive. Travis has extensive military background. Like I said, I believe he's a sergeant to the best of my knowledge from everything that I've researched. Now, follow me on this. It's hard for me to think when they're barking. I get you. Oh, and now he's got a second stop on my street. Yay. Boys, come here. It's okay. I got it. Thank you. All right, let's get back into this. Sorry. Real life, right? Not AI. Human being, dogs, house. All right, me and you. Let's get back into this so that you get the full understanding of how hard this is hitting. Okay. So at this point, she finds out that Travis has got the girls sleeping on the floor in the homeless shelters. And so she gets it court ordered with her lawyer that he can't have them, but for short little visits like that, 5 to 7, go have supper, come back, right? Keep in mind, this is a mom that adores her girls, that does everything right, checks all the green boxes, is paying close attention to her children's needs. Okay. Let me get them on the screen real quick so you can see these beautiful faces. So we have Peyton Decker, who is on the left, followed by Olivia Decker and Evelyn Decker. And Peyton's 9, Evelyn's 8, and Olivia's 5. Oh, I got it backwards, don't I? Yeah, Evelyn's on the outside. So it goes Peyton, Olivia, Evelyn, 5-year-old in the middle. And then Whitney, the mother. And are they not absolutely gorgeous? I'm telling you right now, this is a beautiful family. Was. Okay. So it's so hard to go from that to this. Comes to May 30th, Friday at 5 o'clock. Whitney shows up or whatever. He shows up. I'm not sure. But they meet and he picks up the girls and leaves. He's supposed to have them back from everything I'm understanding by 7 p.m., 2 hours. But he didn't bring them. And it got to be 8 o'clock. And she got very, very, very concerned because she said he's never done this before. And she went to the police and reported it. And at that time, they did not feel it met an Amber Alert, which is going to be a very big deal going forward because of what occurs. And mom is going to fight for Amber Alert reform after this, I assure you. Okay. So I actually didn't learn about this until Tuesday morning when I get the message that the 3 girls are missing. So I'm beginning to follow this. It's taking place in Washington, and they're looking at this Icicle campground. You heard me right, Icicle. And the father, they're looking for his white GMC truck. And I'm like, okay, I'm at the mechanics there all day while they're fixing my car. And so I'm paying attention. And all of a sudden, the endangered, because it wasn't an Amber Alert, but it was endangered missing alert, is canceled But there's no presser following, there's no news following that the girls are okay or safe. And my heart just, I'm like, oh my God, no, no, no. Sure enough, FBI and the US Marshals and all kinds are involved. They locate at the Icicle Campground somewhere near there in Washington, Decker's truck with 2 BLOODY handprints on the back of the truck or on the truck. And then just ahead, they locate the 3 little girls. And they're deceased. And so we've got the neighbors' statements of what the mother said when she learned, because they were all waiting, like trying to leave the driveway free so nobody could park in the driveway when he'd pull up with the girls. And it was very hopeful because nobody had added any of this up or expected it to go like this in any way. Aw, thank you, Ocean Deep Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so incredibly much. Thank you for the $4.99. I'm fine. The mother's not okay. Whitney, I'm sure, is stuck in terror and trauma beyond belief. So, with all due respect, I am begging you, leave the mom. Let her do her thing. Okay. I don't want to hear one question about GoFundMe. I don't want to hear one damn thing negative about this mom. I don't normally stand up for a parent, but I am today because no matter what, she was giving her all. And that's all you can do. Hey, Jan Funk. Hi, Prime Candy. Hey, Debbie Gazzardo. Thank you for modding, Rach. Thank you for modding, Debbie. All right, let's continue. They have not found Travis. They have found his dog. They found him located around that area. I don't know if the dog was alive or not. We have not heard that. So, mom has family and friends have set a GoFundMe up for her to cover the girl's funeral. It has hit up to $1 million. And I think it rightly should. She won't ever have to work. She can advocate for what she feels will give her empowerment for these girls to change their lives to protect other little girls. So I don't care if it reaches 5 billion. I support her. We're going to look at new ring cam that just got released, I think, last night of Travis. I don't know if it's the ring cam of him picking up the girls, or if it's of a neighbor, but it's very, very recent. We also have, like I said, mom finally speaks up, but through a lawyer. We have a little bit of how you can help, and we'll talk about the GoFundMe and so forth, and then we'll listen to the just a little bit, if they just a few seconds of the presser, because I feel like you need to see the whole presser in itself and a video on its own. So I hope that brings you up to speed. I am in Wisconsin. Travis is from Wisconsin, Pewaukee, which isn't that far from me. I have thought about, could he have returned to Wisconsin? And I, like the authorities, are going to do the same thing and speak out to the camera because it's possible that he might see it. I doubt it. He's probably deep in the woods if he is alive. But I would think he would still be in Washington State unless he had planned this in some way. We don't know. They have talked about that he could have actually built a bunker in the woods somewhere over time. It's very scary. So I pray from the bottom of my heart that you turn yourself in, Travis. You have to bring this to a close. What's done is done. Matter of fact, just do the right thing. Get yourself to the authorities so we can bring justice for your children. I know it's unthinkable of what happened. Don't think about it. Just turn yourself in. Nobody else needs to get hurt. You don't need to live a life out in the wilderness, all that. You can just bring it to a close. It's just time. So that's my personal appeal. Remember, Whitney still loves you and is still advocating for help for you. So if you didn't love your girls, maybe you loved Whitney. Maybe you'll do it for her. All right. Let's go ahead and switch this up a little bit. I'm going to get small for a minute, and we're going to look at this. Like I said, we have Peyton, Olivia, and Evelyn, and they were precious. So let's see where it is. June 5th, this was put out. This is coming from the New York Post. Neighbor reveals heartbreaking text that mama girls allegedly killed by homeless father sent after she found out they were passed. The mother of the 3 girls who were allegedly passed by their homeless father was desperately awaiting their return and then sent a shocked, heart-wrenching text when she found out they were passed, says her neighbor who received the text. Bing Nguyen said the grieving mother, Whitney Decker, shared with him that the girls had not returned after a visit with their father, Travis Decker. Maybe Travis stranded in the mountains, Nguyen offered. There's a chance, she wrote back. There are helicopters going out. When Nguyen followed up with her the next day, she shared the horrible news that her 3 daughters, Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5, were all passed. She answered, they found their bodies. They can't find Travis. Nguyen, startled by the news, began crying and asked what happened. The heartbroken mother could provide very few details, prompting the neighbor to share everything he remembers from his last conversation with Travis Decker on the day the girls went missing. He looked very sad and kept asking how I'd been many times over and over. He asked her about the brief exchange when Decker picked up the girls. Nguyen describes Decker's constant repetition of the question as strange, with the now fugitive dad acting, quote, like he wasn't remembering what he already said or asked. Nguyen threw the question back at him, with Decker allegedly claiming he was working construction jobs out of state. Decker left with the girls around 5 p.m. when Whitney, growing worried and messaging Nguyen to guard the parking spot outside her house as she waited anxiously for her children to return. Can you ask them to move the car in case Travis comes? She asked Nguyen. Nguyen answered, I will tell them to never park in front of your house. She answers, not never, she responded, just till the girls get home, please. I'll show you here's part of that, but we have the video too. Nguyen said he was devastated by the fate that befell his neighbors, adding that Evelyn once gave him a friendship bracelet as thanks for helping mold their yard. I don't know how he could, red rum, decease those beautiful girls, he told the Mail. These 3 girls were found with bags and zip-tied with their bodies located on an embankment at Rock Island Campground, about 18 miles west of Leavenworth, Washington. Look at these babies. Preliminary investigations indicate the girls likely died from asphyxiation. Police are on the hunt for Decker, a Washington National Guard member who can likely survive for months off-grid in the wilderness. A $20,000 reward has been offered for information leading to Decker's arrest. Okay? I'm going to mute it. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is when he's picking up the girls, but you can see his truck in the background. And this is extremely recent. He's got clean clothes on. He looks like a normal, everyday dad. He doesn't seem anxious. He seems relaxed. It's wild. Courtster. Mental health is no excuse. GE needs help 100%. Would be surprised if he isn't here anymore. Right. Courtster says, I can't even imagine. Prime Candy, I honestly cannot imagine the horror of finding out that news. Let me see this one. Oh, yeah, Zoe. Beautiful, precious girls. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and listen to Mom here. So Mom is using a lawyer to speak with, and I am so glad she is. And yeah, let's go ahead and listen to this. So here's that ring cam. I wanted to play it one more time, and then we'll get on to the moms. If you see this man, do not approach him. Call 911 and report it to your local authorities. Now, before we listen to Mom, I need to give you some information. Number one, do not, this is being told by the police, do not report a sighting of Travis Decker unless you are of first-hand knowledge. No online, no secondary, someone told me, someone told me. That is straight from the police. Only report it if you saw yourself or you have firsthand knowledge, all right? So that they can streamline the information. That's what they are asking. If you do see him, you are to call 911. That's just it. They do consider him possibly armed, but they do not know. They do consider him dangerous, obviously. They are not able to secure that entire park and campground, yes, but not the park. It's a national park. And so they're saying, even if it's not blocked off, do not go into that park because they have not found him yet. They have been in contact with his father, and the father is working with the police to try to get Travis back safely, if possible. The police are assuring us that he will get found. They do have experience, and they got on this early. So, Travis, it's coming to an end one way or another. You might as well just go turn yourself in and not prolong this agony any longer. Okay, let me think. I wanted to see if there was anything else. Oh, his dad? He had some big shoes to follow. Travis Decker's dad was a Green Beret. And if you don't know what a Green Beret is, go look it up and get educated, because a Green Beret is the top line military. And so Travis was really trying to live up to the world's expectations. And he mentally wasn't able to. He had PTSD. His brother made a statement that Travis's brother made a statement, And that statement basically said he lost his brother a long time ago and that he wants him found. They are saying that the possible sighting in Idaho of Travis was not Travis and is not their suspect. They've got the Marshals Department, and they actually have some new evidence and new leads that they are not going to share, but they do have them. They are stating they're waiting on the autopsies of the 3 beautiful little girls to basically lock into a closer time frame to see, basically, for lack of better words, how much of a head start did Travis have? They found multiple cell phones inside the vehicle, and they are I can't say that word, whatever. They're getting all the data off. All right, I think I've covered everything that way. Let me come over and just check, see how everybody's doing. Courtster says, I feel for Travis, but I feel so much more for the girls and their mom. That's hard for me to read because right now I don't feel for Travis. Right now I see him as a demon. I feel Travis walked out a long time ago. I feel that Travis left and something else entered in order to take the lives of the girls. And you just wonder, how wicked this is. I mean, it's a demon. Good question. Could he have unlived himself? Very possible. They just may not know yet. They are dragging rivers, but the river's high right now because it's that time of the year with runoff. Hello, loved ones. Welcome to the channel, lovely. I love you too, Courtster. Oh, thank you for giving me the biggest hug, Ocean Deep. Thank you, lovely. I appreciate you. So let's get into this. I will say this before I go too far with this. I do not agree with the mother's lawyer when it comes to certain things. I agree that the system for our veterans has failed Travis and thousands of other veterans. Absolutely. Veterans fight for our safety and the right to have the freedoms that we do, that allow us to have a home, that allow us to have a family. And yet they come back and they're not guaranteed that. They're not guaranteed a home. They're not guaranteed a way to have a family. They're not followed up tight enough with that mental debriefing of unpacking what has happened with you, which could also trigger certain red flags to where somebody might need to be monitored more closely. Okay. I get that part. I'm all on board with that. But this lawyer states that the courts did not fail the mother. All right. The system didn't fail the mother in the divorce and all this. Listen to me. The fact that this father refused to sign the parental paperwork at the time of the divorce regarding needing anger management and other domestic things, refused to sign it and say, I will take all of this that I am court ordered to do this to see my kids. I'm court ordered to do this. I'm court ordered, refused to sign it. And yet it was unsupervised visits. That's where I'm like, no, that's not okay. If somebody has not complied with court-ordered regulations for the safety of their children, then why would they be left alone with the children for 2 minutes? So that's what I got to say about that before I show this. Oh, I got to have headphones, duh. Oh, let's get past all this music part. So let's start off here. Travis Decker, the father accused of murdering the 3 young girls near a Washington campground, lacked mental health resources and struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder, his ex-wife's attorney told ABC News. Peyton Decker 9, Evelyn Decker 8, and Olivia Decker 5 were killed after they left their home for a planned visitation with Decker on May 30th. Here are the little girls. We have got Olivia here, Peyton here, and Evelyn here. And let's go ahead and push this forward a little bit. All right.
When Whitney met him, and he always carried with him this complex PTSD. And so him feeling alone and not worthy was something that she had been helping him with their entire marriage, the entire time she'd known him. Whitney came to me a little under a year ago. There was some concerning, I guess I would say, factors regarding Travis. And so what we did is we petitioned the court here in Chelan County to put some restrictions in place on Travis's parenting. And those included a full psychiatric evaluation, as well as required mental health counseling and a domestic violence evaluation. And we were granted all of those things. However, Travis chose not to complete those requirements. So his visitation was very limited. Of course, he was also welcome and did attend dance classes, theater productions, soccer games.
He was active with these children, with these beautiful girls. He was going to dance class. He was going to soccer class. He was participating in their lives. He was doing this part. Something in Travis broke, snapped, no longer Travis.
He was actually a very active dad. Travis was never violent with the girls. He was never violent with Whitney. He had some mental health issues and some instability in his life. But other than that, we loved those girls very much. And him and Whitney were able to communicate on a regular basis, not just as co-parents, but as friends. There's no doubt in my mind, as somebody who has worked with Whitney, who has worked with a lot of people in the mental health field, that when that man picked up those girls, his babies, he did not have a plan to kill them. There's nothing that indicates that he did. Something came out of this man and he broke. That's it. There is no getting around it. And any mental health specialist, any psychiatric professional can speak to that. What needed to happen is those girls needed to be protected. And the only thing that could have protected those girls ultimately was resources for Travis. We found out later, now after the tragedy with the girls, we found out that he did reach out for help. He called the Veterans Hotline. He reached out to the VA. He tried to get help, but the help wasn't available for him. Any veteran, I think, can probably tell you, trying to get help through our government, there are so many hoops that you have to jump through. And if you are not of the mental headspace to be able to even take care of yourself, how are you supposed to go to all these exams and evaluations and jump through all these hoops that the VA wants you to? You can't. The courts didn't fail these girls. And it wasn't the judge, and it wasn't Whitney. It was our...
Hold on. Again, there is no reason these weren't supervised visits if he is not signing parental court-ordered paperwork and not fulfilling, obviously, DV assessments and anger management courses. Right there, no. I totally disagree with this lawyer, in my opinion.
System. If somebody would have provided Travis with the help that he needed, those girls would be alive.
Truth.
It is the lack of veterans' resources that killed those children.
That is true. Now, where in the world is Travis? I have a feeling that he won't be found for a week or two, and it's scary to think if he comes in contact with other people or not. Again, if you see him, 911.
Dead on Monday. Their bodies were found by a campground near Leavenworth. You are watching King 5 News at 4. I'm Jessica Janner Castro. Let's go live to Wenatchee now, where any minute we are expecting to hear from organizers of a GoFundMe page that has raised nearly $1 million. We're expecting to hear from a woman named Amy, who has been friends with the family for years and was the girls' dance teacher. We'll bring you that press conference as soon as it gets underway. We are also getting new home video obtained by King 5 and Inside Edition. The attorney for the girls' mom, Whitney Decker, says the video fully encapsulated the girls' personalities, practicing limbo at their grandparents' house before school. Meantime, a manhunt remains underway for Travis Decker, charged with the girl.
Do you see how absolute perfect these girls are? What their families are going through is unimaginable. Okay.
Girl's murder. We are told Decker is well versed with outdoor survival. So right now that press conference is getting underway. Let's listen in.
Wanted to show you this. This is what I just sent to the Kent police chief.
Did you hear that? That wasn't supposed to be recorded. So someone comes too close to the reporter and is saying, I want to show you this. This is what I sent to the Campton police chief. So I don't know what it was, but that was interesting. Oh, and by the way, they do this outdoors with traffic. It's so incredibly loud. Sorry for that, but it does improve. So
has been a source of light in this dark hour.
This valley helped nurture the creativity, confidence, and joy that Peyton and Evelyn and Olivia shined so brightly. Whether it was performing on stage with Short Shakespeareans and Music Theater of Wenatchee, dancing with the Fabulous Feet Dance Studio, playing sports, or walking the halls of Lincoln Elementary, their laughter, curiosity, and spirit left a mark on all of us. They were the kind of children that everyone rooted for, looked forward to seeing, and held close in their hearts. They are cherished, not just by the family, but by our entire community who watched them grow, perform, learn, and love. We ache with the love we still carry for them, and we always will.
Whitney is living every parent's worst nightmare. The hole in her heart is immeasurable. There are no words that can capture the weight of this loss. Right now, she's surrounded by friends, family, and neighbors doing everything they can to hold her up.
To the media, we ask for grace at this time. Whitney is grieving the unimaginable. Should she not have to do so under a spotlight? Please allow her the space and privacy and compassion that she deserves. Your restraint is a true act of humanity, and we appreciate it. We are focused on fully cooperating with investigators so that Travis Decker is found, apprehended, and brought to justice.
Amen.
This case is ongoing, and all legal updates will come from law enforcement.
The generosity we've seen from right here in the Wenatchee Valley and nationwide has not only brought comfort during this heartbreaking time, it also sparked some important conversations. We're talking about how we raise awareness and advocate for improvements to the Amber Alert system, and how we address and expand access to mental health resources for veterans, especially in the context of family and custody cases. While nothing can undo this tragedy, we're hopeful that these conversations will lead to change that honor Peyton, Olivia, and Evelyn's memory.
We end with a message shared by mothers all across the world. When one mother cries, we all cry and hold her in our heart. Thank you for holding Whitney in your hearts now.
Thank you.
Is there anything that people watching can do to help in any way?
So there is a group, and we ask that they look that up on Facebook, where they can see ways that they can support this movement. We'll take no further questions.
The GoFundMe almost hit $1 million. What do you guys think?
Okay, hold on, y'all. That part about Whitney's got me. When one mother, that part got me. Like, that put me over the edge. So just give me a second. We'll be fine. I'm not the one that is in pain right now. That family needs our love and our prayers. So please, please support whatever avenue that Whitney, the mother of these beautiful Decker girls, chooses to advocate. Please stand by her. She's paid an unbelievable dear price, and she didn't know it. She was doing everything right. And it's hard. It's very hard because he called the hotline, the veterans hotline. So my job is to get the message out there. We need my message today is we need to figure out this Amber Alert stuff. Could it have prevented the death? We'll know more. The deaths will know more when the autopsy comes out. If, the kids weren't alive anymore by, 6 o'clock, I don't think an Amber Alert would have helped. However, we find out these girls were okay on Saturday, an Amber Alert could have indeed helped. So that is what I have for you now. I do have another case I am working, which is the Lily and Jack Sullivan case as well. And in about, I'm going to put a video out soon. So it might be later today yet. Just to discuss the messages of Malia, the mom in that case, her text messages to the bio dad's mom when the kids first went missing. So that'll be interesting. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, remember, where is it? Oh, I can't find a picture of the girls. I can't find a picture of the girls, so we'll just go with this for now. Let's stay strong together. We're going to advocate for the little ones that don't have a voice anymore. We're going to support Whitney and try to figure out if this Amber Alert needs revising or not. We'll stay up to date. I've already done 2 videos, which are over on Mama D's channel. So I've been on this case from, like I said, when the girls were still missing, and I was hoping they were found. I was praying they were going to be found fine, because I just like everybody else in the case, I thought, well, they're probably camping and they couldn't get back on time is all. Like something happened, the truck wouldn't start, and so his phone was dead. All that kind of stuff ran through my head. So when they pulled down that endangered alert and they didn't follow it up with anything, it was just silence for like all night. I didn't sleep real well. I was like, why would they take down an endangered alert but not tell us, located or safe or anything? And I'm like, oh, and sure enough, first thing I did is check in the morning, and they had found him. So I don't know, Louise. I'll be honest with you. A lot of cases I speculate a lot, and maybe I will in the near future. But right now, there is no way that I am digging into a demon's heart, because there isn't one. There's no heart. There's no rhyme. There's no reason. This is somebody that mental illness, literally, this man is crazy, right? And I'm talking like certifiably has taken out 3 of his own flesh and blood that he cared about, that he loved, that he was tending to, that he was trying for. So what can we possibly do to understand that? I don't want to. I don't want to understand it. There is no motive that can excuse or justify any of it. It's a waste of time. Travis needs to be found, and he needs to be taken to jail, and he needs counseling, and he needs to go to court, right? So I'll be honest, I'm not going to dig into that kind of thinking. All I know is I want Travis's face out there so that he's found. I hope that's a fly and not a spider. It was a fly. I'm terrified of spiders, and I don't know why, but I saw a spider yesterday, and I was like, oh, and so I'm like, ugh. Hey, Baba and Lovely. I love you too. I love you all. Thank you, Zoe, for tuning in. Say a prayer for Jennifer Swain, hoping that she's having a relaxing first serious vacation in her life. And we miss her. I haven't heard back, so I am going to break my own rule. I'm going to contact her just to make sure she's doing all right. I haven't heard, and it's got me nervous. Other people like Jay Slater have gone on vacation and not come back. So I'm just going to I'm going to check on her. Just saying. When are you guys saying Jennifer? Is she here? Oh, no, you're saying that too, missing Jennifer. Okay. Well, I will text her. I wasn't going to, but I haven't heard a hide in her hair from her, and I'm really starting to get concerned. I'm like, did she get there okay? I'm just hoping she got busy with all her family, But doesn't hurt to say, hey, are you having a good time? Right? Just to get that voice confirmation that she's okay. Yeah. Oh, and Rach, check your email. I sent the tracking number. Your paintings are on their way. All right, my loves, this is it for now. I will be coming back on for you late night watchers, and I will be covering more on the Jack and Lily Sullivan case. I only come on when I have something to share on a case, because I don't feel just talking about the same information over and over is getting the children found. So in this case, it's not a great deal of new information that the mother shares, but there is something in it that is key that has my mind like, why would she say that? What in the world? So we'll get into it a little bit later. Give me about an hour in between, just get refreshed and get my mind clear, my energy clear a little bit, switch our mindset over. So in about an hour, if you're still up and you would like to join me for a second live, tune in at that time. And then if you're up super late, I'm talking super late, I also will be going live on our other channel, Mama D's, and we're going to do a Madeline McCann update video over there, a live. So there'll be 3 lives today, 2 over here and 1 with Mama D over there. I want to say I am so grateful and thankful for each of you. And my call to action today is I would love it if you could say a prayer and just ask the following things, okay? I have 3 things I need right now. I would like you, if you are, spiritual, to say a prayer and ask for help to get Travis DECKER found, right? Located. I would like Lily and Jack Sullivan also located, found. And then the third thing is I would like you to ask for us to have strength and be able to find justice for Jay Slater when the new inquest starts. Those are the 3 things. Get Travis found, Lily and Jack Sullivan found, and for everything to go in our favor, for the truth to come out in the inquest for Jay Slater. Those are my 3 wishes. So it is my birthday week. Well, on the 27th of May. So I should get that, right? I love you all very, very much, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you all for your support. Thank you, Ocean Deep, for those super chats. They mean a lot to me. Thank you all. Have a good evening if I don't see you again soon.